Well, hello, happy Friday. We made it to Friday. Oh, it has been loud and I'm hoping they're on lunch break. So if you're hopping on, say hello. If you catch the replay, say replay. If I can help you with anything, the keyword is Friday. So our neighbors, that direction, have a tree that's growing too close to their house and it's going to cause problems. And so yesterday evening, the tree people came out and started cutting stuff down. So it's chainsaws all evening. Well, it started getting dark. I'm like, okay, that got to be done. Well, they're back out this morning and they started at 8:30. It's almost 12:30 and they have been chainsawing the entire time. And my study sits on that side of the house near where they're chainsawing because it's between our house and his house, basically. So my nerves are shot. That's all I can say. So I'm going to take this moment and I hope that they're taking a lunch break and they don't start the chainsaws up again. So we're going to go kind of fast. So I'm going to do like a summer go-to with the summer products I would use because summer is coming. We are going to be in the 90s next week. Welcome to Texas. Hopefully that will warm up the pool and we can use the pool. That's the goal. So I am going to do my summer basics. Everything I would use in a summer hot day that's not going to, that's going to actually help on a hot day. So let's get our hair out of our face because I can't do foundation with hair in my face. All right. And I'm going to try something different. I'm going to use our BB cream. That's not different. The BB cream is the different part for me. I'm going to use our BB cream and our primer. But instead of putting it on my brush and letting it sort of soak down, I'm going to try something about mixing them on top of like a lid and then dotting it on, then using my brush. I saw someone else do this and I thought, why didn't I ever think of that? That's kind of genius. So I'm just going to do a pump of my illuminating primer. You always want primer if you want everything to not move, right? That's kind of what the primer does. And then I'm going to do kind of a half a pump of my darker color and a little more of a pump of my lighter color. I am between shades right now. So I've just got those three little things and that's really all it's going to take, right? So I am just going to mix these up. And then I'm just going to start putting this on my face. I'm going to kind of start with the places I have problems, right? But we're kind of dotting all over, which is going to allow that even distribution. And then I feel like with this, I'm not losing as much product as I do with a brush when I put it directly onto the brush. Because when I go directly into the brush, you know how it kind of seeps down? And if it's going to seep down, then it's not going to hit my skin. It's going to make my brush just dirty. So I'm going to try this for a little bit, a couple of days here and there, see what I think. All right, so now I'm going to take my kabuki brush and we're just going to swirl. So this has SPF 30 and it's the zinc oxide, not the chemical product in it. So it's good for your skin. And this is my favorite because it's a tinted moisturizer. It's not really a foundation, honestly. But the coverage is enough that even with the blemish on my nose, with the few little imperfections I know I have, it covers them enough, right? I'm never trying to make my skin look so much that it doesn't look like me. I want to look like me, and I have imperfections. We all do. None of our skin is perfect, ever. So I like the lightweight coverage. I like the SPF that I know is helping my skin. All of those things play a huge factor as to why that is my favorite foundation, even though it's not really a foundation. So that was just a perfect amount of coverage, right? That's all I really needed. So I'm just going to wipe the rest off with my little jar. And then we have that to use another day. I like that. I actually feel like I got more product on my skin. Now, if you're going to be out in the heat and, you know, we're going to sweat because if you're in Texas, number one, it's humid. And, you know, our weatherman says if it's not 95, it's not hot. So we're apparently not hot next week. But, you know, when it's 101, 110, that's coming. You just are going to sweat. It just is what it is. Even if I'm just getting in the car and waiting for the air conditioner to cool it off, I'm going to sweat. So setting powder to me is essential because it is going to help with any of that sweat that bubbles up and kind of help reduce that look. All right, I have to come in with bronzer because I'm way too pale. But these color sticks are cream. So why that is helpful is the cream isn't going to, I don't know if the right word is run, but it's going to blend in and help nourish your skin while you're wearing it. So I'm trying to just lay out why these products are the ones I pick for summer for you, right? There's a method to my madness because they all have such benefits that help with what happens in those warmer months. All right. I got one of the new colors, Juicy Apricot. Isn't that pretty? We're going to try that on the cheek. Now, again, this is the same color stick that I use for my bronzer, so that cream feel is going to just nourish and not... That's pretty. It looks really orange. It doesn't go on very orange, though. That's pretty. All right, we're going to use that again for something else. All right, we always want to frame the face, and I do that with my mascara, but I want a little something on my eyes, right? So I am going to come in with one liquid shadow. And what I like about our liquid shadows is they don't crease, which are great for hooded eyes. And I'm just going to come in with one shade on my lid and up a little bit. And then a blending brush to just soften the edges. You can blend with your finger. My fingers are too heavy-handed, I think because I played piano since I was 5. And so I end up taking all the makeup off. When I tap, it just taps it off. So if you tap with your finger, you need to tap very gently. But I love this for just a little something on my eye, not too bold, right? But also not a bare eye. Now, I might skip a liquid shadow if I'm going to be outside all day and I'm going to have sunglasses on 99% of the time I'm outside. Because let's be honest, when the sun is so bright, we even keep a pair of sunglasses by our back door so that if we go out to help the pool, because, you know, the robot can never seem to do what it's supposed to do, that we throw on sunglasses before we go out, because otherwise you come back in, you're like, I can't see diddly squat, like it's too bright. So if I'm going to be in sunglasses all day, if I'm going to be in the pool, or if we're doing a bunch of yard work, or, you know, that type of a thing. Of course, let's be real, if we're doing yard work, I'm probably not doing makeup before yard work. However, I would probably skip that step, but I would still use my Quadra mascara, because there will be times you take off your sunglasses, right? I go in to prepare lunch when our friends are over for the pool, or, you know, just the various things that happen. So the Quadra, why it's good for the summer is because it's a tubing mascara, it will not flake. It will not make you have raccoon eyes if your sweat runs down into your eyes. If anything happens, little tubes will come off, and that's it. So really appreciate that about it. And the no raccoon eyes is kind of the big catch on that. Plus this has lash primer, lash serum. So it is nourishing your lashes while you're wearing it. So there's just so many wins about this. It is definitely my favorite mascara we sell. And if I can help you with trying a new mascara for the summer, this would be my go-to. All right, one more little towards the end. And just a little on the bottom. And if you're experiencing anything different than what I say with this, I had a customer get it. She said it started flaking. And I said, did you wipe off your brush? Because if your brush has too much product, that could be a result. Or if you rub your eyes a lot, that could be it too. Oh, please tell me that they're almost done. I'm not about to start back up again. All right, that's my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this down because I don't want it to mess up the top part of my hair that I just fixed. All right, on my lips, I'm just gonna go in with the same cheek color. It is like a orange coral, but I'm going to put our new Golden Sunburst on top of it. Oh yeah. Now that is pretty. It has like little gold flecks in it as you move. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, that is my summer basics, right? We're just trying to protect ourselves from the sun, and we are trying to use products that are not going to be horrible when you sweat. That's kind of the basics to that. All right, comment Friday if I can help you with anything. Thanks for watching. Bye.